Hello, my dear students. In today's class, we will be discussing here first the syllabus and content of your book. From your text, we have got Prudence here. This is the cover page of your book, Prudence, and it carries 30 marks for your board exams. What do you mean by prudence? Prudence means wisdom, your intelligence, your sagacity. Okay. Now we go through the content of the chapters. See, this is the marks criteria of your book. This is book is for 30 marks. You can see here. Area of learning, reading 15 marks, writing 15 marks, grammar 10 marks, prudence 30 marks, and fiction inside the Haveli 10 marks. So in your exam paper you will be having reading section with having a questions of unseen passages and poem. Then you will be having writing on these respective issues, composition, then grammar, literary terms. Okay. Next, text for detailed studies. You can see the marks distribution here side by side. Fiction. Okay. So this book is divided into 4 categories. You can see here short stories, section B, poetry, section C, introduction, and last but not the least, drama. Okay. And the last one is fiction inside the Haveli. So you can see short stories. It is having 6 chapters. Then B section, poetry, it is having again 10 poems on this section. Then section C, non-fiction, it has got 4 chapters again. Drama, you have got 2 drama. Then literary terms, and then some items we have discussed on the first page, unseen passages, poetry, grammar, and all. Done. So students, in today's class I would share this chapter summary with you. We are supposed to read short stories tomorrow from this book, from the section first. See, Tomorrow by Joseph Conrad. Okay, this is the first chapter, beginning of your book, short stories by Joseph Conrad. Okay, so let me brief you here before the beginning of the chapter about the central character here, the title. What do you understand by the title here, tomorrow? I have told you title is something that the whole story revolves around. Title has got crucial role to play in the story. The whole theme of the story is dependent all around on the title. It means this word will be repeated again and again in the story, tomorrow. Okay, this is your chapter pages. Okay, here is the about the author, Joseph Conrad. Little bit introduction about the novelist also we should know. He was a British writer, as one of the greatest novelists writing in English. He wrote many poems like Lord Jim, Nostromo, Heart of Darkness, etc., etc. He also received many awards. About the story is here in front of you. Tomorrow was written in early 1902. What we are going to learn in this story? This story is about a major, a retired from a navy company. There was a man whose name was Hagbert. Here Hagbert is the central characteristic. He is the main protagonist, hero of this story. So in this story, retired skipper Hagbert goes from Colchester to Colebrook in search of his son Harry, who went to sea. In this story, we will just discuss there was a main retired skipper whose name was Hagbert. He moved from Colchester to Colebrook in search of his son who went to sea. It means he was looking for his son Harry, and to look for his son he went from Colchester to Colebrook. It means they earlier used to live in Colchester with his family. He used to live with his family, with his wife, with his son Harry in Colchester, and when his son was lost somewhere, he settled down at Colebrook. Okay. Failing to find him, when he went to Colebrook, he couldn't find his son. He lost his hope and he decided to settle there. He is the dupe of tomorrow as he endlessly hopes for his son's return every day. Now, I tell you why the title is suggested as tomorrow. He is the dupe of tomorrow. It means he is hoping every day, he is expecting that his son will be returned. He will return from somewhere to him, and he is again and again saying tomorrow. So we can say he used to love extremely his son. That's why he will get bit insane also. People will consider him bit unhealthy mind, you can say old mad person. They will consider him just because he used to love his son. He shares his hopes and dismay with Bessie. Let me tell you who is Bessie here. The Bessie is a gentle nature girl here. She was an unmarried girl. Who is Bessie here? The daughter of his next door neighbor, in whom he sees a suitable wife for his son. So Bessie was the neighbor of this man, Captain Hagbard, in Colebrook, and he got really attracted by the simplistic manner and the elegant beauty of this girl. So he wanted Bessie as his daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law here means he wanted Harry to be married with this beautiful girl. Harry returned, but also one day we will see in the play that Harry returned, but he also recounts how his father mistreated him as a child. In this story, we will read on in the next line that he will return, but when he would come, he would just share experiences with his father, like how his father used to mistreat him, how he used to insult him, harass him. Okay, so he returned, but he just returned just to take money from his father only. Okay, we will read in this story. So students, this is a story of diluted hopes and dramatic irony. These are some new terms for you, and I will teach you once the school is back. Dramatic irony, diluted hopes. These are two principal ironies. Irony simply means incident what you expect, but something opposite happen. What is the surface situation, and when the situation comes, it is totally opposite, contrasting one. Okay, there are two principal ironies in the tale. One is real and the other potential. The real one is that the apparently doting father Hagbard turns out to be a tyrant and fraud who's eagerly awaiting actually wants nothing to do with him. He has built up a self-enclosed system about his son, and he has prepared a homecoming, which is a mate that Hagbard himself did. What is second irony? Second irony is that Harry borrows some money from some helpless and from this girl Bessie, but if Hagbard sticks to his word and disherents his son, she will be a benefactor. So this is your story. We will be discussing in the chapter about how that old man used to spend his life, how he was searching for his lost son. In between, we will also go through the character of the girl Bessie. Okay, and Harry's return. Okay, go through it. Thank you for giving me your time. Keep learning.